Thinking about achievement of 4 MVPs in 1 year? Wondering how D1 development builds champions? Pause, think about it with intentional thought, and consider where we go from here. Stay tuned and hear what skills and basketball IQ coach Denzel Coach D Knowles got to say about how gratifying it is to see champions rise.
Something to think about with Dale Happy Knowles. What we think, we become. What we radiate, we attract. What we imagine, we surely can achieve. Let's change the narrative, 242.
Welcome back to Something to Think About with Dale Happy Knowles. This evening we have the Honorable Coach D, Denzel Knowles. That's my nephew, by the way, for those who want to see the resemblance. You know, he got all my hair. He took it from me a couple of years ago and left me with nothing. You know, that's when he got taller than me. You know, he just scrape it all off like how Indians scrape off people's head. Welcome, Coach. How you doing?
I'm great. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Well, Pastor Josh McDowell says that truth without relationship leads to rejection. Rules without relationship leads to rebellion. Discipline without relationship leads to bitterness, anger, and resentment. Coach D, you have been a lone child growing up, and you endeavored all your energies and efforts into putting this ball through this rim in your yard, and tirelessly. And we was wondering if you was just gonna go off the rocker because you was there all day, all night with Marianne on the basketball court. And so you loved the craft so much that it led you all the way to Weber University, where you got your bachelor's degree in sports management, and you also played on the basketball team with them. But as young Knowles, you wasn't able to fulfill that great dream of going to the NBA, something like me in the Major League Baseball. But, you know, great things for those to do things otherwise. And so you focus all your time and learned what the importance of relationships is to the whole thing. And in 8 short years, D1 development is now poised to blossom into something huge. And you brought with you some friends today. And we want to talk with all of them today. But we're going to step this through piece by piece. So tell us how gratifying it is to have not just one, not two, but 3 mentees in different age groups achieve 4 MVPs in 1 year.
It's great. I love to see it. They put in a lot of hard work, a lot of, hard times, a lot of ups and downs, just kind of going through the rigors. So for them to be rewarded with something such as an award just to, show for that hard work, that's great for me to see because, I see every day what they go through.
That's awesome stuff, man. So how many have inspired or have you inspired along the way to further education, etc.?
Countless. I can't really say the number because there's so much kids that walk through our doors, whether it's them coming for individual training or whether we help coaching their school team or their travel team, whatever it may be. We just have so much different kids that come through the doors who we try to mentor and, teach them more about life than not just basketball. We try to teach them, how to be successful and how to carry themselves as young men, how to market themselves and all these different type of things.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So it's more than just the bouncing the ball on the court that your program has. So what has been the local impact?
Well, everybody's starting to see what happens after these guys put in their years of diligent work. And because of that, they all starting to now flock towards us and they start to lend a listening ear towards us. They don't kind of shun what we're trying to tell them. They kind of take it and try to apply it within their games and within their everyday lives.
Cool. And so this all gives you encouragement now that you're seeing some of the what you call it, fruit from your efforts
Oh
or
yeah, of
your team's
course,
efforts. Yeah.
of course, of course. Any type of gratification, it helps you to keep going forward. It's not always instant gratification. Sometimes it's prolonged, but once you see that, it helps you to stay motivated, um, and keep going and keep doing it for the next generation to come and all those who coming after. So we love to see it. It's very rewarding just to, like I like to say, it's good to be a part of someone else's blessing. It's a blessing to be a part of someone else's blessing.
That's
So that's
awesome,
how we
man.
look at it.
Awesome. Yeah. Myron Roll talks about that in his book, Two-Way, in terms of what his father gave him some advice in terms of, being in touch with the good one above and having concern for others and then becoming a leader. And so that's another a little plug for him. But that book is a good book for young people to read. I'm halfway through it, but it seems good. So tell us now, what the grind is like to get to these levels of skills and basketball IQ.
It's tough. We like to tell our players, try to put in at least 5 hours a day towards basketball, whether it's skill training, whether it's watching film, whether it's your conditioning, whatever it is, you want to put together about 5 hours a day within that. You have to be disciplined. And not only discipline on the court, you have to put in the work in school as well, because I always emphasize to them being student athletes, the
Right.
word student comes first. So, we try to make sure they have the grades as well, because as we all know, if you don't have the grades, you might be a great player, but if you can't get accepted into the school, you can't play. You can't get the scholarship. And even if you do get into the school, if you don't keep your GPA up, you still have to have a certain GPA to be able to play within whichever league you're playing in. So we try to make sure they keep it on top of their grades, not getting in trouble in the school. They say trouble easy to get into, hard to get out of. So we try to keep them on the straight and narrow as best we could. Not always as easy as said, but we try our best. And, it's like you say, it's rewarding to see them change their attitudes and their way of thinking as time goes on.
Cool. So all of this is, you say 5 hours, now that's plenty of hours. So I guess, even when you're sitting down eating dinner, and so at least for me, I used to sleep with my baseball bat. So I used to carry my baseball bat in the tub, and I used to sleep with my glove, glove and ball. So I was always playing catch while I was sleeping. So
Yep.
I'm hoping these young guys are doing some of the same thing with their skills for basketball. But tell us, all of this means that there has to be a support team there. What kind of support system you have for?
I have a great coaching staff. Um, I have Coach Davon Clark, better known as Sucky. He's known as a winner all around the Bahamas in basketball, track, flag football. I have Coach Deron Poitier, who was a former trainee of mine and also used to play at Sunland. He's great. He's a very intellectual kid. Well, guy, I should say, because he ain't a kid no more. He helps us a lot with all the filming and all those type of stuff. So he gives us another perspective other than being on the bench looking right from the court. So he gets, the bird's eye view. We have Coach Delvano Booth, who we also train his son. He was part of our Walter Parker team this year. And he's like the no nonsense dad to everybody. We call him dad sometimes because he's just everybody's dad.
Right.
And then we have also Coach Jordan Knowles, who is another one of our strength and conditioning guys. Not a no nonsense guy that teaches these kids how to be manly and act like men and not just boys. And then, we also have Dylan Knowles, who anytime we falling short, he there to help
The
pick up the
bank.
slack. Yeah, he
Yes,
there
the
to help
bank.
pick up the slack. So, it's a
G
great
Money.
support system. I myself couldn't ask for a better support system around me. I think I'm very blessed in the way God put it together. The program is called D1 Development, and I think it's no coincidence that all my coaches, except for Jordan, all our names begin with D. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's divine by God.
Change it to D Jordan. But so you left out what I believe to be the biggest supporter that you have right now, and that is Miss Roll. It says, and she posts here to say, "I'm the principal." You know, and that's with proud words. I could hear those words coming through now. I'm the principal of Study Hall Academy Knights that we support the D1 development, and I know she was beaming when you were in the Hugh Campbell the other day.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great supporter. I love her. Very down to earth, very real. She's the type of person who is going to get it done, and she really cares about the kids. And I admire that about her. She never tries to shortchange. She never tries to cut corners. And like you say, she's a great supporter. She loves what we do. We love what she does. So I think we fit hand in hand. And
Right.
this Hugh Campbell experience with Study Hall, I think that was great for both she and the D1 development program.
Yeah, well, a couple more questions, and then we're going to get to meet some of these student athletes. So tell us then, what keeps you ticking? What is the vision, the mission, the values, some behaviors that you are passing on to people? What is it that drives you?
A little bit of all of that actually, but it all started because I made a lot of stupid mistakes when I was in school. So I started coaching in order to help these kids not make those same type of mistakes so that they could be more far ahead than I was. Because I wasn't the greatest athlete, but like you say, I was always working. I was always trying to learn what I could so that I can make up for the athletic part of the game that I didn't have. So that was the start of it. But as I got more into it, just being able to see how everybody lives change, how they go from being nobodies to somebody. They have people who now want to help them in different parts of their life just through basketball. And we always say, basketball it's a tool. So just being able to help them and like I say, to help people. I love helping people. I think that's my purpose in life. Just being there to help people. And I think basketball is just a vessel, to get them to listen. So that's really what keeps me going. The fact that, I could help them and mold them into something that most, especially the young men nowadays, we help females as well, but mostly young men, most of them don't have father figures in their life. So, it's also it's up to us to kind of be that father figure for them. And like I say, teach them how to be young men and not just in the streets doing what they see on the TV or whatever else might be going on from home. Or because, we love to say, mothers, teach their kids how to be man. They're the man and the woman of the house. But, a woman, no disrespect to the woman, but a woman can never really teach a man how to be a man. So,
Right.
you need that father figure to go out there and help them.
Yeah, and also to teach them to be professional, because you have people like Andre Iguodala and Vince Carter and those who, the young people in the NBA always talk, who play on their teams, always talk about how they taught them, UD and Miami, how those people taught the younger guys how to be professional, because everybody is a super athlete.
Right.
But in order to play at those high levels, you really got to be professional in the way you conduct and carry yourself, and so forth. So what are some of the highlights of the accomplishments that has happened for D1 over the last years? Just a couple. These people, you could see all of them on, well, not all, but you could see a lot on Facebook and on the bio that lists them all. But just highlight a couple of them.
One of the most recent ones was us winning the primary school championship here in Freeport for Walter Parker. We came runners up in the tournament where we had some Nassau teams come down as well. We took, of course, Study Hall to the Hugh Campbell tournament for their first showing, and we left with a record of 2-2. Nobody expected us to win a single game. And then, like you say, the MVPs, and over the last 5-6 years, we've been taking Sunland's team to the United States over the summers and Christmas, and just kind of helping develop them for when they come back into the season. The latest time we took them was this Christmas 2022, teaching them some things, trying to, as we say, we was fine-tuning the Ferrari. Their team is like a Ferrari, so we was just kind of tuning it up and, getting it ready to go for the regular season and the Hugh Campbell, which they ended up winning. So it was good to see all that. So that was some of the biggest accomplishments as of recent.
Cool. All right. Well, what we're going to do now is take a little short break, and then when we come back, we're going to bring on all of these fancy players, these fantastic guys, the new Jordans, the new Shabazz, and Dr. J's. You all know about Dr. J? Yeah, all of those people.
You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
Welcome back to Something to Think About with Dale Happy Knowles. We're here talking this evening with Coach D, Denzel Knowles, skills and basketball IQ champion. Coach, welcome back, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Folks, and as you're out there, you can ask your questions as you go. Just post it online, and we'll endeavor to answer any question that you have. The hard ones I'll give to Coach D. So, you brought some of your players with you today, some of your mentees, and I'm sure they're eager to get on to say a few words and tell us about themselves and so forth. Madam Producer, you want to add the players, and then Coach, you could introduce them for us?
All right.
Is everybody here? Just put your finger up if you're here. Go ahead.
All right. So we got Kayvon Russell from Walter Parker. We have Kavaro Russell, the older brother from St. George's High School. We have Trayvon Forbes from Study Hall Academy, and also 242 Elite. And Fernaz Rigby from Study Hall as well. And all four of these guys actually are from the 242 Elite program as well.
All right, I get an echo from somebody. Not sure. Trayvon? Let me see if I move him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's Trayvon is echoing. Go ahead. Maybe Trayvon, if you can, maybe you could I don't know if you have some earphones or something. You put it on, it might stop the echo. Cool. So somebody is Doc. That's Trayvon? Oh, okay. All right, let's take him out for now. He could have come back. So yeah, so we got 3 people on the screen waiting. Well, 2 now. Okay. So where's the names? Miss, you can move this, the writing. Okay, that's Trinaz. How you doing, Sam? Yeah, your fingers.
Everything good.
Everything good. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, Will Durant, I don't think he's family to Kevin Durant, but he says, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, it's a habit. So you all have this habit of playing basketball every day and so forth. Is excellence your goal?
Yourself?
Oh, cool. So when we look at this, I had a chance to watch a little bit of the Hugh Campbell, and what I saw there was professionalism, control, and so forth. When I watch some of the other videos that you have, the same happens throughout the way. What is some of the mindset of the teaching that you get from Coach T?
Coach Lee always told me like to be poised and be confident with yourself. So like I take that to the game and perfect it.
Cool. And so what is it like to be around him and his system? Don't mind him being there. I could take him off the screen if he's intimidating you because that,
He ain't intimidating me.
Okay.
I mean, being around him, like I love the way he coach. I want to go to the place he been D2 or even higher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And so they call you Shine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why is that?
Because younger, my mom skin my head ball, so.
Oh, okay. Not basketball. Okay. We ain't gonna worry about them things then. Yeah. So you were selected by the Buddy Hill Elite in 24. That is Denzel. 20. How was that experience?
I mean,
and what did
good.
you bring from D1 for that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was good. Going on a trip, like, to train with NBA player like Buddy Hill. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to work more harder because when we was running the beaches with Buddy Hill, he was leaving us in a and that I was even shocked because I didn't even know he was sprinting side to side. So I guess that was
Buddy has a motor on him out of this world. But that's Buddy from your lot, your son lot too. So it's easy to follow suit with him and get him back on board and so forth. And so now we have who do we have? We have the
Keep on, keep on.
Yeah, I'm trying to find why the change. Okay. Ron, Kayvon. How y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Doing good.
I hope people could see y'all. Y'all two have I hear your names all over the place. Why is that?
Doing good things, I guess. Doing good things?
Yeah. There's only good things if I heard.
Yes, sir.
I don't fool with the negative stuff that just disappear. Yeah, and I see you supporting your elite activities performed from there. So what are some of the great things that you're getting from D1 development? What's that experience like for you?
The experience has been good so far. Some of the great things, you get skill. You get skill from D1 development. They teach you life lessons,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a family there.
Cool. And Kevon, how about you? You can hear me? You're frozen.
I think they freeze.
I think they froze. Yeah. Okay, you're back.
Yes,
how
sir.
about you, Kevon? Mm-hmm. How's your experience?
I
Can
think
you hear me?
my experience there is good. They give you skill, like he said. and it's also like your coaches is my father figure to you.
Awesome. Now, okay, Rano, how you pronounce it?
Viral.
Okay. Varro, okay, yes. You were at St. George's, and you were selected to the Grand Bahama All-Star team. You led St. George's to the Final Four in the 39th Hugh Campbell. That's this year.
Yes, sir.
So you was the number 24 fella in that burgundy outfit?
Yes, sir.
What? You was popping in the clutch. That ain't easy to do, you know. That was just you didn't feel no pressure, no nothing. You just was letting it light up.
I know I've been training for this my whole life. Now the time come, I had to be ready.
And that's good. That's good. Cool. Now, and you averaged in the tournament 14 points, but I think in one game you had what 27 points. Is that correct, Coach C?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Was that the top score of that game?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Now, your brother Kavon is at Walter Parker, so that's in the primary school, and you all won the championship, or is that a tournament?
Yeah. It was the championship that we won.
Championship.
Came on up in it.
Oh, and in the regular, right? But you were also, I first saw you was on ZNS. You're the star of the group. You know, all these fellas shooting jumpers and dunking and things like that. But you was on TV,
Yes, sir.
right? That's you. How did that feel to achieve that at such a young age?
Makes me feel that as the work that I put in actually paying off.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Awesome. Let me get back to my notes. Okay, so in terms of winning these titles and MVPs and competing in these high-level events and the like, what would be your goals that you all would want to accomplish as we go with the tournaments go on and your careers go on? What would you all want to accomplish? Oh, sorry, who I missed? Trevone. Yeah. Go ahead. Let's get your take on D1 development and your tournament experience. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Very faint. I don't know if you far from your mic or you could talk up. Just shout,
Y'all can
talk
hear me better
louder.
now?
Let's see. Yeah, much
Y'all hear
better.
me? Okay.
Yeah, you go
My
ahead.
take on D1 development is a great opportunity for me because before D1 development, I always had an opportunity. I always felt kind of lost. I always knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get there, and so that could be discouraging at times. But having that guide and having, people that have been in better positions and who have so much experience, it makes me feel more confident in actually being able to make it big one day. And so, yeah, it's a great opportunity for me.
Cool. Yeah, and so you have been playing for like how long? You went to your school went to any tournaments or the like?
The last one we played was Hugh Campbell tournament. I attend
Oh,
study
you went
hall.
to Campbell also?
Yes, sir. For study hall. But I've been playing balls.
Oh, okay. You went.
I was in Pampas.
Oh yeah, sorry. Right. Cool. So I watched that whole game against who's that? CB Battle, yeah. Y'all actually outplayed them in that game, but y'all just missed too many shots.
Yeah.
But from possession wise, y'all were way ahead of them. And if you just hit half of those shots that y'all missed, I think you ought to won that game. But
Yes, sir.
that comes with that experience that helps you along the way, that you become stronger and want to win more. So you ready to go back then?
Yes, sir. You ready right now?
All right. What's your goal for next time you go, for next year when you go?
Well, every opportunity
You
I
gotta
get, I
have
just try
goals.
to leave it all on the floor, honestly,
Yeah,
and
but
work
you
on
gotta set goals
everything that
now.
you practice on.
Well, cool. So, coach, what you want to say about these gentlemen?
Um, it's just some guys here that, I'm glad that they took the time out to listen and, they work hard, man. They some hard workers, every day they trying to perfect their craft and there's nothing much more you could really ask. Um, so that's really all I have to say about them. I think that they all be able to play at the college level, um, if not more at some point. But what they doing and the fact that they just put their trust into us and give it all they got every day, that's admirable because you don't have to listen. You don't have to go out there and say, okay, coach, tell me to do this. So let me try it out. You could just, turn your head and be like, I know what I'm doing. So,
Right.
it's very humbling to see them, like I say, actually want to learn and listen.
Cool. And so, when you all started with the training in the morning or on the Saturdays, what was the turnout like, and what is the turnout like now?
We actually do throughout the week. We go 3 times a week for conditioning. And we was doing early morning practices, but now we've only been doing afternoon. But we went from 2019, it was just me, Kevaro, and Kevon, and now sometimes we go there. We got about 8 to 10 people in a group at a time, depending on who makes it out that day. So it's growing. And then, like I say, sometimes we have whole teams that we take under our wing for a certain period of time, almost like a contract. So it's definitely expanded a lot.
Awesome. So, when we look at all of this now, you say that all of them have the potential to go play college basketball. What schools would you all want to go to? Start with you, Trayvon. Go ahead.
Me, I would go Florida State University, honestly. I was born in Florida, so I just feel like it's close. Plus, it's close to home. And I like the close
That's
to house.
wrong school. But that's a good school to go to for basketball. But it's wrong school to call. But I'm a Cane, by the way, so that's why I say it's a wrong school to call. But anyway, that's good. I'm a Hurricane, Miami Hurricane. That's where I went. How about you all, brothers?
Duke University.
Duke.
Yes, sir.
Who's that? Janaz?
Yes, sir.
Somehow I would have guessed that. I don't know, something about the way you walk and carry yourself on the court. I figure you want to go to Duke or North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nothing. That's good. Anybody else?
I would like to go to UCLA University.
Awesome.
Now I like to go to University of Kentucky.
Kentucky. Why Kentucky? You know where that is? Not far, Well, UCLA far, but I mean, out in the... Okay, and I see FSJ saying little bro. I don't know who's the little bro because you got plenty bros on here. Yeah. Cool, yeah, Janez. Cool. All right, so tell me now, you get to college and your parents looking on the TV because they're going to be watching every single game. What you can do? What's the first thing you're going to do when you get on the court?
I'll go first. Personally, I just always like to do everything by the grace of God. So most likely share that with everyone else and just go hard and so that I'm thankful for everyone that sacrificed for me to be in a position, because everything comes with sacrifices. And so whether it be my coaches, my parents, they all putting their time on the line to make sure we improve daily. So you just want to give them back by giving you all. That's it.
Cool. All right. So the bank is saying, that's Dylan Knowles is saying, how many, I guess that's supposed to be MVPs, maps this year? What's maps, Denzel?
MVP is easy.
Okay, MVPs, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Um,
Well, I know Lil Man can have 4.
yeah,
So we ain't gotta worry about him. Yeah.
we got 4 MVPs. We have one from Kayvon. We have one from Randy Miller at Tabernacle, and then Donnell Ping Baston has 2 from Sunland. He has a Fighter Malt MVP and a Hugh Campbell MVP.
Okay. And the Vitamol, people tend to consider the Hugh Campbell like one of the elite tournaments, but the Vitamol sits like where in the system?
That's like basically Freeport's Hugh Campbell, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, granted that Hugh Campbell isn't the elite, but still.
Yeah.
Lang says, my boys. Cool.
That's one of our guys too. One of our T1 Development 242 elite guys.
Cool. All right. So, gives y'all hope that y'all could achieve these great things? Is it your parents? Is it fans? Is it friends? Is it coaches? And what drives you?
I'll go first. It's just being around a lot of hustlers. Things really tough, and things are getting more tough even as we go on. Whether it be the pricing when you walk in the store, everything just is getting harder. And being surrounded with such hardworking people, whether it be coaches, me personally, like my mother always drives me. She's a very hardworking woman. Even when it's only her, she always tries her best. With my coaches, even though sometimes I mess up a lot, honestly, they always just try to stay patient and keep working with me. And just seeing everyone appreciate and believe in me that much to the point where they ask me to do something over and over until I get it right. That's enough motivation I need to do it, even if not for me. Sometimes, I do it for them.
Cool. Russells? Brother Russells?
My motivation is that at a young age I had a basketball in my hand, so I just love basketball and I just love to play the game. It's really fun and it helped me to meet new people who I never thought I would have met.
My motivation is, my mommy, because our daddy there. So my mommy is like my mother and my father at the same time. I feel like I have to go hard for my mommy.
That's a good one to go for. Cool. Okay, Tanaz dropped off. Yeah. You need to be back. So, Madam Badusa, you got a video or a, what do you call it, slideshow that you wanted to pop up? All right, so tell me about this. Where's this? Who is this? Who is in this?
That's the Sunland / House of Hoops and Dreams team. This December 2022 in Orlando, Florida. Alongside myself, Coach Poitier, and Coach Clark, who was hiding in the back as usual. We were runners-up in the CFCA tournament there at Southland Christian. I think Gateway Christian was also there. From Bimini, they was also there. But yeah, we got the run-up. Lost to a pretty well-coached team, and then we have Coach Booth's son, DiMaggio, who travels with us all the time there in his little white shirt holding the basketball. He don't go nowhere without his ball.
That's good.
So that's the background of that picture.
And that one.
Well, I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. That was just a showing of gratitude from Miss Roll, principal at Study Hall, just showing her thanks to myself and the other coaches and the players also, just for the hard work that we put in, in that Hugh Campbell tournament. So that was just a way of telling us thank you. We appreciate that a lot. And there goes the picture we took afterwards. Everybody with their little trophies. And Miss Rose standing there on the side of me. She don't want to be in much pictures, so she trying to hide, even though she can't hide.
So this was where? This picture?
This was in Freeport. This was
Freeport. Okay.
Yeah, a few days
But I
after
mean,
the tournament.
the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But that's a lot of trophies.
Yeah, and when you have a principal like that, she all about, like I say, she all about the kids and all about showing her appreciation. We love her. We love her. That's all I can say. We love her.
Awesome. Cool. All right, and so we got somebody trying to dunk on this one of these videos. You good? That's fine. I wonder who that is who's trying to dunk.
Solo.
So whilst we look for that one again, the
Right there, son. Right there, son. Right there, son. Right there, son.
look at the swag. Poetry. Play that one again. 'Cause I think you missed the beginning.
Get him, Shine.
Right there, son. Right there, son. Right there, son. Right there, son.
Okay, turn around. You turn around like Clip?
Right there.
Like Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you got a good number, 11. That was my number.
What's up?
What's the next one? Yeah. All right, now who is that?
That's pretty on there.
Trayvon. Trayvon, what happened, man?
Really going
You
crazy.
good here?
Pardon?
No, I said, what happened? You ain't saying nothing. That's a routine donkey. Say that again?
Pardon me? Again, nigga.
No, I was saying, that was a routine donkey. That's just a plain vanilla. You
That's
said
something
ain't
like
nothing. Oh, I see. Any more, Madam Producer?
Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gonna do about it. And I'm too about it. And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew about it. Time for y'all to figure out what y'all gonna do about it.
MVP 2-4. And that, you got the hands crossed, standing up a little rock, talking with confidence. Boy, you're teaching some serious thing in this thingy.
Yes, sir.
You need to have more people in this if that's the case. People will notice those things, little man. That's great. Keep it
He
up.
speaks better than all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, he pays attention more. That's the appreciation.
I'll stop him from scoring.
All right, now that's who?
That's Kevaro.
Kevaro. That's the
Yes, sir.
big one. The big brother. Cool. So when you cross him over now, what you was thinking?
But I was thinking, score the basketball.
That's it? Just score? Throw the ball up in the air and go in the rim?
No, sir. I was looking for the
How you set him up?
how I set him up. When I come off the screen, I know he was playing for the drive. So I changed my direction and split the screen.
Come on then. But you all don't like talk about yourself. And you know, if you all give me the one platform like this when I was your age, y'all couldn't shut me up. But anyway. Cool. Any more, Madam Producer? That's it? All right. Cool. So tell us then, who has the best handles?
Me.
Right here.
Me.
Come on then, I see that. Do you have that video? I know what we had that video. You didn't see that one? The one where he was dribbling. You was holding the ball for last shot or something, I think. That's what that's for, right? Yeah, and he was cussing. These two fellas almost looked like they were ready to fall down. They were so scared, they didn't know what was happening coming to them.
Yes, sir.
Ron Clark said he knows what all need. He know what all need to be done on both ends. Awesome. That's defense and offense. So who's the best defensive player?
I'd say me.
You?
I'd say me.
Okay, but you all play two different positions, right?
It's me.
Oh, three of you all. So when you all play each other, who is the best?
Me.
I'd say me too. I just lock up them. So
I just lock.
I just lock up Trayvon. I rebound, especially Coach
Yeah.
Steve himself.
Everybody's locked. I like Shine.
Come on in.
You lock him up? How you lock him up? Like how Clay is lock up players?
Yeah, like that. That's how I lock up Coach Denzel, Knowles, and Trayvon.
Denzel,
I lock up all y'all, as a matter of fact.
Don't make me tell everybody how I dunk on you multiple times.
Oh.
Oh, I let it slip in. Oops, sorry.
Don't hide now.
Let's say professional guys.
well, Davon says that he voted for the youngest one, best handles, and so forth.
That's
Now,
crazy.
Who's the smartest one on the court?
Definitely.
Who's the biggest playmaker?
Definitely.
Right here. Right, number 24. Number 24.
Which one?
Wow, we being free now.
Well, you all got two
Bro.
number 24s, eh?
The big 24.
I think
I'd say Shine.
Shine.
Mm-hmm.
I said the big 24.
In my opinion.
Okay.
Shine, I can't put the ball in the hole, but he can make some plays.
True that. True.
Who
True.
can't- Who can't put the ball in the hole?
Trinaz. He was the one missing all the shots in that game versus CB Bethel.
That's all right. Next time when you come back, you can have a 30-point game. I speak that on you. And if your coach can't coach you to that, keep calling me and I'll help you get there. Because you was taking the shot that people didn't want to take. That's half the battle right there. Taking the shot. The rest, when you get your mechanics down pat and get your nerves out the way and stuff like that, and once you just see that rim, everything will just start flowing.
Yes, sir.
So you all still didn't tell me what your goals is for the next year, what you all want to accomplish. But I tell you, you gotta have goals. If you don't have goals, you don't know where you can reach. Because if you don't know where you're going, you jump in the car, you can reach wherever your car go. Chicken in the bag and the car can't go. So basketball IQ, we already talked about that. Exposure to the highest organized competition. What level would you like to go to this year?
Repeat
To
the
the
question, sir.
what level of competition would you like to be able to play at this year coming? Whether it is 242 Elite or whichever programs you might have access to.
Prep school level.
They have a bigger tournament, Denzel, in Florida or someplace.
No set tournaments, but they'll be playing in a few.
In a few.
They were supposed to have nationals coming up, but I guess that isn't happening anymore.
Yeah. I think they're little off base right now. They got to catch back up. So, is all of this helping you in the classroom? Because when I left high school, my mommy sent me all the way to Canada because she said I wasn't paying attention. All I wanted to do was listen to Bob Marley and play baseball. So, is this helping you all become better men in the classroom?
Okay, I'll answer this one.
Go ahead.
Personally, this really helped me with education because honestly speaking, I never liked school. I couldn't like school, but knowing and understanding that you needed to become a student athlete, obviously the word student comes first, and that's something Coach D always emphasized and help us to understand. Once I got that memo in my head, it was like, okay, now I have no choice but to, do good in school and try my best. And once that clicked in my head, I started doing better. I started focusing. I started understanding the importance of studying and doing it with effort. And even though I don't want to do it, you can't tell that I don't want to do it because I do it with 100%, and I always try my best. And yeah, that's the best way I could put it.
Awesome. And so that make you feel good?
Yes, sir. Makes me feel
That's
awesome.
good. That's good. Cool. So Nas, what you
Kayvon,
saying?
talking.
Who? Who is that?
Kayvon, because he see me every day in school.
Yeah, you saying something? What your coach say to you when you see him?
He tell me, don't sleep in class and do my work early.
What? Sleep in class? Sleep when you're doing those sand runs. That's the time to sleep. Pretend to sleeping.
What else?
Yeah. What else he tell you?
Don't get in trouble.
Don't get in trouble. Yeah. Idle hands get in trouble. Stay busy.
What about your
Trouble
company?
in the while you're sleeping. Yeah. While you're playing, while you're studying, while you do. Every break you
Stay,
get, think.
and stay from my bad company.
Yeah. So you hang out with bad company?
No, son, not like that.
Oh, okay. Where your big brother? He hiding. I think he trying to duck. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Simmer,
know. You must be good.
Simmer,
What you
yeah.
say? Yeah. So how is this helping your school week, your class week? And yeah. What
I
teachers say
start
about you now?
I start taking school serious because like you need the grades to go off the school. Because if you didn't need the grades, I would have just honestly I'd just play ball. Cause but now but I know you need the grades, so now I really take my schoolwork seriously.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome.
And how about you, Rigby? What you say?
Chinas.
Too nice. Yeah.
It helps me to focus more. Like, repeat the question I forget, man.
No. How is it helping your school week? Is all of this training helping you become a better student?
It helped me to focus more, like to extent like where I can help other people, even my teammates who inside my class, like Trayvon Fox, and me to teach them, let them know what to do.
Yeah, and what about the girls now? Because I know when you start becoming star, all the girls won't come talk to you, so they ain't
Girls is
distracting you.
distractions, man. I can't focus on the girls right now. I gotta focus on my future more important.
Cool. Sound like cha-ching coming your way. Cha-ching. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, what does your parents have to say about you all on this program? Because sometimes parents be complaining about when you going, oh, you run up and down the court, doing fast break all day long, nothing coming out of it. When they see you all compete now and perform and be successful at it, what are they now saying about it? Not that they've said anything bad before, but what are they saying today?
Okay, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Personally, I could always tell that people didn't really believe that I could do it. Because you could tell when people believe and they want to see you win, they can help you win. And so I just always felt as though my family honestly never really believed as much as I did until I gave them a reason to. And that's something Coach D also taught me. You got to give people a reason to believe. You got to give them a reason to sacrifice. Things hard and people ain't going to waste their money. So if you show them that you serious and you going hard, and now my mommy see me at 4 a.m. and every time she come home I on the court and it's always training, it's always basketball. Now it's obvious that that's really what I wanted. So she more open to sacrifice her time and money to make sure that I getting the stuff that I need, because she know for a fact that I in good hands with Coach D, and she trusts him more because she see and understand what's going on.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Me right here.
Yeah.
Well, my mommy was locked in from day one, and she asked me what we wanted to do. She understand the waking up early mornings and coming home late, getting home late night. She understand it all.
Mm-hmm.
process of what it takes to become a great basketball player.
Cool. Sacrifice.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, they say there's 4 things you got to do for success. At minimum, 4 things. You know, you got to set your goals. I keep asking you how to set your goals. Figure out what you're going to have to sacrifice to get your goals.
Yes, sir.
Find somebody to mentor, which you obviously found with D1 development,
Definitely.
and
Yes,
then
sir.
have a game plan to get there. Those 4 things, 4 simple things. And keep doing it consistently every day. And you will get your successes. So don't forget those things. If you
sir.
can't remember them, then you come back and watch the end of the tape and you get put them back.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So, one question for you all. What would you like to tell your student athletes? You can start with you, Russell Brothers.
Oh, okay, that's
What I would like to tell my student athletes,
Yeah, your fellow student athletes. Yeah.
I like to tell them put in work in the two sides of the process. You know what I mean? You have to study in the classroom and also find time to put in work as an athlete and just keep a level head and stay focused.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I would tell my other student athletes is to put in work, and if you really want it, stay consistent. Okay, stay consistent with putting in your work.
Cool. Right, nice.
What I like to tell my student athletes is to stay focused and don't let nobody distract you, because you got people over there trying to ruin your dream or take you away from what you want to become. And yeah, stay focused.
You have a dream board?
Yes, sir. No, if I have a dream board,
Yeah.
oh no, sir. I know it.
I thought you said let nobody distract you from your dream board. So, yeah.
Oh no, I say dream.
Oh, dream. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
So,
All right, big man.
All right.
30
First
points.
things
30
first.
points. 30 points.
First things first, I would like to say, definitely put God above all things. That's something I had to learn the hard way, and I could really vouch for that. When you put God first, everything else just become more easier. Dedicate yourself, stay focused, and do everything with a purpose and for a reason. Do nothing in vain. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. And Coach T, what you want to tell the crew out there, from parents straight down? What you want to say to them?
Like they say, just stay consistent, trust the process, be diligent, work hard, and you will see the fruits of your labor as they come. And once you do that, you could accomplish anything. Be mindful, be respectful, and always be willing to learn. Because, like I always tell them, every day, even myself, I learn something new. And I try to make that a point every day is to learn something. So if your coach learns something, then, you should always be learning something as well, because pretty sure I know more than them. So they should always be trying to further their education, whether on the court, off the court, out in the street, in the schoolyard, wherever the case is, wherever it may be.
Yeah, and you talked about film study. Like how much film study y'all do? Because there's 2 things in the Bahamas we tend not to do: is study film and develop the mind. Right. So what you say to the people for that?
Film study is important because, like I always tell them, you might feel like you're doing something, but you go back and watch the film and you might have been doing something completely different. So being able to slow down the film, watch what you're doing or what others doing, break it down and kind of dissect it. That's really important. And I think that's, like you say, something that we don't do enough of in the Bahamas. Even when we do it, I don't think we do it to the extent that we should. I'm a big fan of Kobe just because of his hard work, his dedication, and his attention to detail. And that's something we preach a lot. We look at the smallest details. It could be, especially in training, the way your foot turn when you do a certain thing, the way your hands are, the way your body lean, where your knee is to the ground, all type of different things we look at. And the same thing in our team film sessions, we look at You know, which way your body's facing, how you angle, where your feet are, where your hands are, players' eyes, all those type of things. So, you know, that's really important. And I think the more you go into that, the more the game slows down for each of the players. It's almost like it goes from looking like this to slow motion for them. So it's important, to say the least.
Cool. So Denzel Knowles says here, I know you all are MVPs, etc. Who's going to be the first one to bring a championship?
Me. Big 24.
Lil
Lil
24.
Lil 24
bring
can
one.
bring it. My money on Lil 24. But what happened to you, Denaz? You ain't saying nothing. You only put up my little finger.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
Bring
Oh,
on the
yeah.
championship, man. It's my last.
Was your last year in high school? Cool. All right. And then the bank is saying, saying practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. You must go where you are trained. You must go where you are trained. Cool. As well. Meanwhile, yeah. Cool. Well, you know, the Lord does perfectness for us, right? There's perfect will and purpose. But we will all get there as we are diligent in our drive towards the things that we want to go. So I would like to thank you all for joining us today here on Something to Think About. It's been refreshing to talk to a lot of young men who have their head on their shoulders and vision and following persons who have themselves achieved things and going in a productive and constructive way, and you have a good support system with your parents, friends, and so forth. I encourage you all to continue. Work harder than everybody else around you. Because when you do that and you become a value that people can't not want you on their team. And all it takes is to be there so that whenever the opportunity comes, you can shine. And I'm sure you will all do great things. So I'm ranking down every last one of your names in my book. And I can be looking in the papers and looking at the Denzel, the semi clips or items as to what you accomplished. And it doesn't have to be an MVP or this, because success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. And that's why I keep saying to you all, set your goal and set it big. And so once you're working towards it, that's success. The rest will come. So, Coach D, thank you kindly.
Appreciate you for having us.
Hopefully we can get some of the other guys on at a later date and time. I enjoyed this conversation. We look forward to seeing you all in the starry lights. Don't go nowhere. Stay put. And we'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Enjoyed the show? Then subscribe to us for more educational and inspirational content. Ring the bell so you never miss a show. Let's change the narrative 242